That's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Nice.
Alice did it. You got the chipper.
How much longer did it take after that one class?
All day yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday.
And then, see, the Monday before we left for Santa Barbara Island, we put the skin on.
It's going to be tomato. And the middle third is going to be pepper. And then this third here is going to be for this tip layering that we're going to do with the blackberry, for now temporarily. Irrigation comes on both sides, pretty basic. That'll be on drip tape. This is overhead because we want full coverage so that we get plants to root from the nose everywhere we can. Did Karen go over a little bit of the, because you can't get the seed, because the birds get the seed before you get to it. Right, that's the biggest problem. The other problem is you can only collect it one time a year for about 2 weeks. We didn't get the Barone Ranch contract until, what, like July or August or something like that, September maybe. So it was a super short turnaround. If people don't give us a year advance, then sometimes we can't get the seed, because the seed only comes off one time a year, right? And even if we were given the contract early, you almost have to camp out in front of the blackberry plants to beat the birds to it. It's just like your fig tree or something like that. You're about ready to harvest a fig, and the next morning you come out, they just ate it. They know exactly when to pick it just before you do. It happens every time. So the only two real practical ways for us to do this blackberries from salvaging, which you just did, and from tip layering. We tried it from cuttings.
They saw what we're going for.
Right. We've tried from cuttings, and it's not like the Himalayan blackberry, which is really easy from cuttings, or raspberries, or those other kind of berries. For some reason, it's a native berry, and it just doesn't want to root. Those who went to Santa Barbara Island, pray for rain out there.
Yeah, really.
You know, all those plants we put in the ground.
Yeah.
If they get a half an inch or 3/4 inch of rain,
It'll be golden.
that'll save them thousands of dollars in irrigation. Can you imagine watering all those plants by hand?
All over there.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was beautiful. Oh, we got lucky. The weather was perfect. Not much wind. And beautiful weather.
How's the planting?
Insane. It was tough. It was steep. It was quite a bit of a distance you had to huck the plants to. You know, it was not easy. And I don't know if you guys were out there, I don't know if you were to do it again, what you would do, but think about it. What I would have done was planted the top site first, the hardest one, and then gone down to the, because everybody was too tired by the end, and it was not safe to work tired. So I think if they would have turned that around and had the holes drilled for the top, and we planted the top and moved to the bottom, we might have finished it. But they had us do the easier one, quotes, first. The other problem is that the plant palette was pretty complicated, and they didn't have it flagged. And so getting the right plants to each plot took way more time than it should have.
And the design overall was very good.
Yeah.
2 tiers, and it stepped down on the marine shelf, so not only was it moving 2 tiers along, but then it dog-legged and stepped down on the hillside. So it was like,
overlooking the ocean.
Are we even in the zone?
Oh yeah, an A and a B for each one.
And
You
they
had 16
didn't have it
plots, an A and a B, and they jumped up and
lined
then they
out, you know.
staggered, and you went down, up, down. So
Too
you're kind of like,
Blackberry has been a food for a long time, you know. So
It's been domesticated.
Yeah, over time it's been bred to be conducive to rooting, you know, and producing large fruit. You know, so like all the other things we eat. Where do you want to?
Plant species are in even worse shape because they can't move very very fast. Animals can move, but if they move somewhere where nobody wants them, then they're in trouble too. They're going to get shot. Those of you that are really into animals, one assessment that I haven't talked about is wildlife assessments. So if you're really into animals, you can be part of restoration big time. Good examples of projects around here. Salt marsh has been monitored for about 25 years for invertebrates and vertebrates. Invertebrates would be all the little critters that are growing in the mud and stuff, and the vertebrates would be the birds and other mammals and stuff like that they're there, and it's been constantly monitored, originally assessed and then monitored for, like I say, 25 years. At the airport, there was that $2 million bird strike study. If you were looking for that environmental consulting firm,
Oh, there's a whole
like
I was in
H
Like if you go right up before you go like, you know where Cold Spring is? Like the Cold Spring Tavern?
Yes.
Yeah, like before that turn off, you make a left, like right away. There's this like Kennevan Road, and you kind of, yeah, and like you can hike up into hike into Cold Spring. It's kind of like where Stagecoach is. It's right before you go over the pass. Like before the bridge, like there's a left.
Yeah.
And it's on the left. And it's like before you go before you go over the pass. It's like probably about 300, 200 feet below the pass. And you hike up to the pass, and it's a river coming. Yeah, there's a lot of bishop pines up there. You can see them from Mission Canyon. If you look up, you can see, actually, right up Bishop Pine.
There we go. Sex. But
How you doing? All right.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
it's one of those
Want me to help you out there, mate?
what's that?
Oh, he's having fun.
The coulter pines. You know the giant
You
like.
could
Oh, I've
do
never
it.
heard of that.
Oh, they have like the 3-foot long cones. You ever seen they? But they grow
Sir.
Yeah, they grow. If you go over the coast, like go on the coast range, and go up to the Sierras, the lower elevations of the Sierras, and they grow up to the top elevations of the canyon. So you go like up Mission Canyon and look up the Botanic Garden, and look up and you'll see all these pines
Yeah,
at the
I
top.
do see them.
Those are coulter pines.
do you know who Coulter was?
Area.
famous botanist.
Yeah. But see, that's like Menzies. It was with Vancouver's like biologist that went along on the trip.
Yosemite was first called Coulter's Hill, actually.
Didn't begin to cover the cost.
Like, yeah, when I went to like in Delaware, they price it more as a private university. I mean, much more so. You have to get they have scholarships available. Basically, the flat rate is like almost like a private university for everyone, and then they get deductions off. But they don't do like the University of California where it's kind of quote unquote free. They think you should pay for it. Then they have the secondary school system free, like the state colleges, and then all the community colleges totally free. But they don't do the university. It's like a private university almost.
Right. Where was that, in Maryland?
Delaware.
Delaware.
They have almost a 55% out-of-state rate, and they have the top engineering programs, the top ag programs, and top this, and they can attract people all over the coast, and then they basically subsidize other. Yeah. You don't want to get wet.
Okay, give it a shot. And our method was?
So our method was, I guess, I don't know if that's the best sample, but you're looking at the plant, deciding like how many roots you have and the root hairs. And you want to give it a little bit of a trim, since you don't want to have too many leaves on there, because the plant needs lots of energy for the photosynthesis. So we're snipping off a lot of the leaves and leaving on like the new shoots on there. So the ones at the tip, probably cutting off this, that one. So you'd really just be leaving like that one little part. And especially since this one doesn't have very many roots. If it had
roots to support all the vegetation.
and if it has a bigger root clump, like some of them do, then you can leave a few more leaves on. Like this one probably
There you
has
can
a
leave
lot
everything
more.
on.
So it depends on
See?
which one you're looking at.
That's a nice salvage material right there. This is a
Yeah.
perfect weather for doing this, you guys.
Good job.
You can schedule your time to do salvaging and cuttings on a cold, moist day. The plants aren't transpiring right now, you know, so they're not working. so they're not going through stress. You try to do this on a hot day, Allison can tell you, we lost 2/3 of one batch because we did them and 2 days later we had that heat wave about a month ago. It was like 107 degrees up here or something like that. There's a plant right there, isn't it?
We're gonna try this, guy.
Yeah.
Can you pass some of that
I
down?
was saying there was a 2-week time period you're supposed to do.
Thank you.
Well, that's
If you're
the
doing
seed.
seed.
Oh, okay.
You do seed. The seed comes, and these plants don't really set that much seed. The other problem is that they taste so good that you end up eating most of the seed.
No, you have to keep it in your mouth and then spit the seeds into your bag.
Right. Because they are very, very tasty, but they're not abundant, and they're not nearly as big as the Himalayan. The Himalayan blackberry is the one with the huge thorns on it. And if you ever move to the Pacific Northwest, weed up in the Northwest.
The railroad planted it up there along all the railroad ways with the thought of keeping people off the tracks. But what it's done is it's attracted people because you've got gravel, this whole hedge of blackberry is easy pickings.
Right.
So it didn't work.
And the birds, of course, pick up the berries and they take them over and go swimming in a creek, and they poop the seed out, and then bang, 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 all of a sudden it's all just infesting all the creeks.
Yeah, even like that's what I was doing, and like even like this, about this much level removed from that twig, so we had to cut everything into like this big.
Right. But there's millions and millions of dollars being spent in the Northwest to eliminate the Himalayan blackberry. It's a very tasty berry. When I lived in Berkeley, all the alleys were loaded with it, and I never had to buy blackberries.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know, all up there, yeah.
It's everywhere.
Right?
Or white. See the tips of those? Those are ready to go.
Okay, so you all saw that out in the field today with salvaging,
Yeah.
right? So it's the same difference. It's the same thing.
I'm sure that's how the person that invented tip burning saw it in the wild and just replicated it in a nursery setting. So what we're going to do is we're just going to even leave them in the pots, and they're going to root through these holes. We're just going to put the pots in, because they're only going to be here for 3 months, and then we're going to pull these out and sell them, right? And then when these root on the nodes, because the nodes could be undifferentiated cells, right? So they can either send out a stem or they can send out a root. But we're just going to plant these things and just pin these things to the ground and put a little bit of soil, leaving the leaves showing. And hopefully we'll get plants rooting at each one of these nodes, right?
Which is probably a bit optimistic for berry.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers.
But that's what we're going for.
So let's grab 4 nice ones and let's do a demo.